Hello everyone, this is Sesh Kashyap. Today I am going to explain you from your science book, chapter number 7, Human Skeleton System, class 5th. So, let us start. Human skeletal system. What is skeleton? What is skeleton? Skeleton means the entire collection of bones inside our body. You have noticed this thing, in our body there are number of bones, and this collection of bones inside our body frames our skeleton system. So our body is just covered by a skin, but have you ever noticed inside the skin means like this you can find the structure. Yes, these are number of bones from head to toe. So the skeleton system exists in not only in human beings, as well as in animals also. Okay, so let us start here. Some pictures are given to you about the skeleton. This is the human skeleton system. It is in seahorse. Yeah, it is simply horse, fish, lizard. All have skeleton system. Or skeleton system for humans and other organisms. Okay, so let us start now. Look at yourself in the mirror. Feel your cheek, head, cheeks, jaw and shoulders. Now imagine if the bones you felt were not there. Yes, how would you look change? Yes, how would your looks change? Imagine that there are no bones in our body. How are we looking then? Would you able to stand and move? Yes, answer me. Yes, if they imagine there would be no bones in our body. Yes, so would be able to move? Yes, stand? No, not at all. So the network of bones, whichever bones that are present in our body, yes, gives us a shape and support as well as support to our body. So with the help of the skeleton system, these bones only we are able to stand, we are able to sit, we are able to move from one place to another. Okay, and these gives us a shape and as well as support to our body. Okay, so let us start now. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the skeleton system, what are joints, what are muscles. Okay, so let us start first, human skeleton system. So as I already told you students, the bones in the human body makes up a hard structure. Yes, these bones are very hard, and this is only called skeletal or the skeleton system, and these provide a frame for the human body and supports it. What's a frame? Shape. Yes, it gives a proper shape. Without these bones, I think there would be no shape in our body, and they also supports us. Okay, so it is a framework of bones without which the body would just like a pile of mass. Yeah, if there would be no bones in our body would like only a mass without any shape and without the ability to move. The human skeleton system not only provides the body, yes, the structure to stand up straight, but also protects all the important and delicate organs inside the body. Yes, very good. So, as I already told you, it not only gives us a shape and supports us, but also it protects all the important and delicate organs which are present inside our body. Like, can you tell me some system? Nervous system, digestive system, excretory system, respiratory systems. Yeah, nervous system, all these systems which are present in our body. Yes, these are the delicate organs which are protected by the bones inside our body. Okay, so it's a very good work the skeleton system does for us. Okay, now shall we turn the page? So students, some pictures are given to you. First picture shows you the human skeleton system. Our human skeleton systems look like. Yeah, this is known as skull. This is known as our rib cage. Yeah, these are known our hands, and this, as you know, these are legs. Okay, this is our skull. It is known as skull. The upper portion of our body is known as skull. This is our backbone. Without this, I think we cannot twist, not bend, or not hold the body upright. Okay, so now this, what is this? This is rib cage. Yeah, by the heart and the lungs are protected by the rib cage. Okay, 11 pairs of bones form a cage. 11 pairs of bones are there, this side and this side. So this forms the rib cage, and heart and lungs are protected by this. Okay, so let us start about this in deeply manner. The adult human skeletal system has 206 bones, that is 206 bones. The skeletal system consists of the skull, yes, it consists of the skull, rib cage, this is known as rib cage, and two pairs of limbs, namely forelimbs or arms, this is, and hind limbs or legs, these are known as hind limbs, and these are known as forelimbs. Got it? So let us now deeply learn about them. The skull. What is the skull? The human skull is made up of 22 bones. Yes, I am talking about this one. This skull. Yeah, it is made up of 22 bones. There are 8 bones arranged like a jigsaw that covers and protects the brain. Okay, the facial region consists 14 bones. Facial region consists of 14 bones, among which only the lower jaw is movable. Only the lower jaw is movable. This part enables us to talk and eat. Okay, so it consists of almost 22 bones in our body. Yes, and the facial expressions consist of 14 bones. Among them, the lower jaw is only movable. Okay, and if it is moving, then only we are able to talk, then only we are able to eat our food. Okay, so this is about skull. Now comes about backbone. This is our backbone. Okay, the backbone or spine. We can call it as spinal cord also. What we can call as spinal cord. We can call it as backbone also, or we can call it as spinal cord. There are two names for it. It is the main axis of the skeleton. It just provides support for our body. It has a twist and bend and holds the body straight. Yes, because of the spinal cord only, we are able to sit straight. We are able to stand straight. Yeah, it consists of 33 bones. Yeah, this consists of 33 bones, that is called vertebrate. That is known as vertebrate. And these vertebrates form a strong column, that is known as vertebral column. Okay, the vertebral column protects the spinal cord, which is a large bundle of nerves that sends information from the brain to the rest of the body. Okay, we are talking about this bone. Yes, this one, it is a large bundle of nerves that sends information from the brain to the rest of the body. Okay, so this is a spinal cord. It is also known as the backbone, or it helps us to twist and bend and holds the body straight. It just provides a proper support to our body. Clear? Yes. Now comes the third one, that is our rib cage. Yes, the heart and lungs, as I already told you, the heart and lungs are protected by the rib cage. Okay, so 12 pairs of bones shape rims. 12 bones. If we count like this, so obviously there will be 12 bones. Form a cage. It just forms like a cage. Cage means pinjara. It's looking like pinjara only, yeah? Yes. To enclose these two vital. Now turn the page here. Organs of our body. The ribs are joined to the backbone, yes, and the breastbone. If we breathe in deeply, yes, if we are breathing deeply, we can feel our ribs right in the front of the body. So these pair are joined only to the backbone and are called floating ribs. Yeah, these are known as floating ribs. Now comes the forelimbs. Yes, forelimbs are arms, or we can call them our arms also, stretch from the shoulder to the fingertips. Yeah, with that, these forelimbs, they help from we can stretch them from the shoulder to the fingertips. It is joined to the spine through the shoulder girders. The shoulder girders consist of pair of shoulders blades and a pair of coral bones. See students, here is nothing to be explained you. Okay, here is only to understand whatever I am telling you. Okay, so these are about the forelimbs. Now comes to the hind limbs, that are our legs. They help us to strong to help support to the body weight. Yes, the whole body is just it is just stand on our legs. The femur in the hind limbs, or also called the thigh bone, bears the weight of the whole body, and it is known as the longest bone in our human body. Okay, so now let's see the roles played by the skeleton system. Yes, what the role the skeleton system plays in our body and how it is protected, what benefit it is. So first is protection, how it protects. The skull protects the brain, the vertebral column protects the spinal cord. Okay, the brain is protected by the skull and the vertebral column is protected by the spinal cord. Now comes the shape. It gives shape to the body. Yes, skeleton system provide the shape to our body. Support also. Yes, because the vertebral column holds the body upright. Movement. It makes the body flexible. Yeah, we can just bend, twist, move. Means everything. Now come blood production. Red blood cells that carry the oxygen and white blood cells which protects us from diseases are produced in the bone marrow of some bones. Okay, so these are the different roles which are played by the skeleton system in our body. Now comes joints. Yeah, what are known as joints? Joints are known as meeting points of two bones. Simply where the two bones meet. Where the two bones meet, that one is known as our joint. Bones are held together at the joints by ligaments, which are like very strong rubber bands. Joints hold the bones together, yes, and allow the rigid skeleton to move. So when they used to attach to each other, when they only allow the rigid skeleton to move. So now comes in our body, all the joints except those in the skull are movable. Yes, all the joints are movable except in the skull are movable. There are 4 types of movable joints in our body. Everyone underline this, very important. 4 types of movable joints are there that used to move. That is known as a hinge joint, ball and socket joint, pivotal joint and gliding joints. But you don't know where these joints are present in our body. But I will discuss you right now. So let us discuss about this in a very deep manner about these 4 types of movable joints in our body. First is hinge joint. Okay, hind joint. Okay, this hind joint is found in the elbows, knees, fingers and toes. Where it is present? It is present in our elbows, knees, finger, toes. It works like the hangs of a door, hangs like a door. Yeah, just as most doors can only open one way, we can bend our arms and legs in one direction. Okay, as mostly doors have only one opening, they can be opened by the one way. So same manner, we can bend our arms and legs also in one direction. Okay, now turn the page. Now comes one more joint that is known as ball and socket joint. These joints are present in our shoulder and hip joints. They are made up of round end of one bone that is known as ball fitting into a small cup-like area of another bone, and these joints allow lots of movement in every direction. Yeah. Okay, now comes pivotal joint. These pivotal joints allow all the parts of our body to turn. Yes, they allow the body to turn. It is found between the skull and the first 2 vertebrae of the spine. It allows us to move our head sideways, upward, downward. We can just able to move our head everywhere, sideways, upward, downward, but backside we can't move. Yes, pivot joint also provides for the twisting movements of the bones of the forearm against the upper arm. For instance, the movement used to turn the lid of a jar. Okay, so this is about the pivot joint. Here nothing is to be explained, students, because this point is to be understand. Okay, now comes the gliding joint. These occurs between the surfaces of two flat bones that are held together by ligaments. So where they are present? They are present between the two flat bones that are held together by ligaments. Or these joints, where they are found? It is found in the wrist, ankle and between two vertebrae of the spine. It allows our back to bend, twist and turn at each joint. Some of the bones in our wrist and ankles move by gliding against each other. Okay, so one quiz is given to you. Let us see. The shoulder and hip joints have ball and socket joints. Yeah, it's true. It is serious. Next is, in our body all the joints are movable. Yeah, all the joints are movable. Femur is the longest bone in our body. Femur is the longest bone in our body. It's no, it is. The hip joint is a pivot joint. No. The jaw enables us to talk and eat. Yes. Now comes about muscles and movements. While the skeleton has the important job for providing the body with strength and form, the task of moving the body from one place to another belongs to the muscles. So skeleton job is to provide the body with strength and form. It just form the structure. It just form the frame. Same manner for moving the body from one place to another. This is the job of muscles. Without muscles, we would not be able to open our mouth, talk, wave, hands, walk, laugh, blink or even breathe. Yes, in fact, the food we eat wouldn't have moved through the digestive system without the help of the muscles. These muscles help us to just do our different activities. Without this, we can't even to breathe. So, in fact, if these muscles are not present, we would have not moved the digestive system without the help of these muscles. The muscles in our body contract and relax to do a task and provide movement. Most of them do this because they are, just turning the page, attached to the bones. When the muscles shortens, it pulls the bones and so moves a part of the body. It just contracts and expands. The human body has about 640 muscles. How many muscles? 640 muscles, making up 2/5 of its total weight. Or each muscle has a name. Every muscle have a name. So the biggest muscle in the body is gluteus maximus, which is in the buttock. It pulls the thigh back as we walk, run and jump. So underline everyone, gluteus maximus, which is the biggest muscle in our human body, which is in the buttock. So what it does? It pulls the thigh back as we walk, run and jump. And the smallest muscle is the spadidius, which is deep in the ear. It is present. The smallest muscle is present, spadidius, deep in the ear. It is as thin as a cotton thread and help to protect the ear from very loud noises. So this is the smallest, it is spadidius, which is present in our ear, and it is just like as cotton thread and helps to protect the ear from very loud noises. Longest muscle is the sternodius, longest one. Yes, longest it is sternodius, which is like a strap running from the upside of the hip down across the thigh to the inner side of the knees. The pectoral muscles are in the upper chest. So these are some of the muscles which are given here. The biggest muscle, smallest muscle, longest muscle. So everybody, this paragraph is very important. So read twice and understand also. So let us see the types of muscles. Types of muscles here. So there are three types of muscles: voluntary muscles, involuntary muscles, and cardiac muscles. So what are voluntary muscles? These voluntary muscles are under our control and are attached to the skeleton. We can have a control on them and they are attached to our skeleton. They are also known as skeleton muscles because they are attached to the skeleton. That's why they are known as skeleton muscles. These muscles work only when we particularly want them to. Yes, only these muscles work when we want them to move. The muscles of our hands and legs are examples of voluntary muscles. If we want an examples, the muscles of our hands and legs. Okay, these are a very good examples of voluntary muscles. Now comes what are involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles, as the name suggests, they are not under our control. Yes, they are not under our control. These muscles control actions such as the movement of the foot from the small intestine to the large intestine or the flow of blood in our body. Yes, very